What's going on, people? It's me, Jay Fresh. Now, I want to imagine that you're someone who's passionate about music.
Yeah.
You're so passionate that you start DJing.
Yeah.
You start DJing your music at a time when people aren't really getting it. And you're getting these little 5-10 minute DJ sets, 2 tunes, the crowd aren't really feeling it. And then we fast forward 10 years and over 180 million streams on Spotify from your own tunes.
Crazy.
This isn't make-believe, this is an actual story of an artist. I'm sat here right now. My G, AFRO B. Welcome, brother.
That was a nice intro, bro.
The progression.
That was a nice intro. I love that intro.
You know, that progression is mad, man. And I love those little sound bites, those little snippets and stuff. So firstly, congratulations, because that's a hell of a story.
Thank you, man.
I love that, man. And for those people who don't know, you are a more than competent DJ, a more than competent selector. You're also big in the radio game as well.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare for your radio shows?
My radio, you know what? I just have fun with it again, you know? Like, if you have a passion for what you're doing, then you should have fun with it. You shouldn't be overthinking it or over planning too much, because that's when you start making mistakes and stuff.
So there's not, are there any kind of specific objectives you get from the show? How you program it? Or is it just you sharing music, the energy, everything that you're about to the people?
Yeah, it's just energy. I'm just myself. I'm just laughing. I'm just like, the way I present is like I'm having a conversation with the listener.
Sick.
Or I'll think about people that might not necessarily know the music I'm playing. So I'll start mentioning stuff like, get your Shazams out, start learning the songs so you can learn it.
A bit of education there as well.
Yeah, a bit of education, a bit of a laugh, you know what I mean?
Wicked. No, I love to hear that, man. We're going to talk about the new music in just a moment.
Yeah.
Firstly, I'm going to ask you for a little bit of advice.
Yeah, go on.
Because my facial hair game is weak. So what are the top tips to keep that beard beautiful?
Top tips. Well, me and my friend were working on some products for the whole beard thing called Beard Drip. That's coming out very soon. Yes. Yeah. But most of this is the genes, man.
Yeah, just natural.
Yeah.
I just woke up like this.
Yeah.
That it truly is Afro B for the gal then. That's exactly how it is, man. Afro Wave 3.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
Debut
much.
album. How
man.
excited were you to get that product out there?
Ready, man, because you know what? Joanna's been out for a while. I feel like I need to just show versatility. I need to just showcase what the growth, like the level I'm at right now. And yeah, it was just, I feel like it was the right timing as well. No one really dropped music that week. It was just like an open week for me.
No one wanted the competition. It was a quiet week.
I just wanted to drop it. Yeah, it was just a good time.
Well, there was the listening party a week or so ago, and I couldn't attend. I was actually DJing in France.
Oh, okay. I love France.
I was playing in Paris, a club called Retz Club. I play grime as well as hip hop, and my French was all over the shop, bro. I could have done with you out there as my chaperone. I needed that. But if we look at the track listing for the album, there's a few features. There's not a mad amount of features.
Yeah. I didn't want to overdo it.
Exactly, and you want to give it room for you to do your music. So cartel aside, were these verses and whatnot, were you in the studio at the same time as artists?
So no,
or was it sent over verses or a mixture?
Sent over verses, because they're all over the world. They're never at one place at a time, but we'll be discussing on like social media or WhatsApp what I want, and yeah. They got it spot on first time, to be honest. I didn't really need to direct them on how to do the verse or whatever. Because sometimes like the Americans can go too left when they kind of jump on a dancehall or Afro wave.
And then would you feel weird going, that's dope, but like, bring it back a bit and take it this way? Or you're comfortable having that conversation?
I would actually say that. Because at the end of the day, the consumer will be saying what I'm saying anyway.
And it's your record. It's your track.
Yeah. So, but I wouldn't say it in a harsh way though. Like, but it depends what artists as well. Because if they're like super established, you can't really say anything. Just have to like take on the chin and just drop the song. But yeah.
But you didn't need to worry about that, man.
Yeah, it's good.
The product, the album is very strong. And what I noticed straight away from like literally pressing play on Spotify, the musicality.
Yeah.
Even from the opening track, Roots Part 1, straight away the musicality, the energy, the happiness, all that positive vibe is there. And it was such a great snapshot into the records that followed.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very musical as well, man. So I wanted to get, the saxophone in there. You want to get the keys, the live instruments, the live bass. Like, that's the kind of music I grew up listening to everything. So from Amy Winehouse to you name it, some 50s to some old school rock and roll stuff.
To Shabba, to Ninja Man, to everyone.
To gospel, like mad jumps. But yeah, they all played a part. in the music.
Wicked, man. Now, it's always difficult when you speak to an artist and you go, right, I'm going to look at your album. There's a large number of records there. And I always say, what's your favourite track?
I feel like each track has a different mood. Each track has a different mood, I feel. It's a tough one.
But are there any that stand out? I know it's difficult. It's like choosing which of your children you like.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Man. You know, I grew up listening to T-Pain, so that one I was very excited about. When I got his vocals, I was like, damn.
Gassed.
Yeah, I was very gassed because this is like the same T-Pain we were playing in the clubs. I'm in love with the stripper, all of them songs there.
Wow,
so,
wow. It's
100%, man.
It's mad. To me, Fine Wine and Hennessy, not just for the title, which is something I can get on board with.
that one was a good one.
It's a real vibey effort. And also, Long Time.
Long Time, I
like
had
the
that
chords.
on repeat.
I like the vibe, and it is a little bit.
Do you play an instrument?
I produce, but I don't.
Okay, I was thinking, you're musical, but Long Time is just like that one's just like headphones, chilling, long drive. You know what I'm saying? That's
albums. Sorry to cut you. An album seem like a best place to have that kind of track because you can give a snapshot into more than just one side of things because it's a body of work. It's a big project.
Yeah.
So man, I was really feeling that one. The kind of music you put out and are in love with reminds me a little bit, bear with me, of UK Garage. And the reason I say that is when I got involved in UK Garage, when I first started DJing, there was like a 4/4 housey tune, there was a breakbeat tune, there was a track that was influenced by, at the time, ragga. There were like jungle MCs come over. It was a real fusion of everything that was going on.
And
for yourself as well, Afro wave is that word that fuses everything together.
Yeah, man. So growing up in the UK, it's so multicultural, just surrounded by different people, different cultures, everything. So you then adapt to it when you're around it a lot. So you might that's why when you're listening to music, you might hear some dancehall influence or some hip hop influence, some Afro influence, whatever it is. Like it's all combined into one just because of like my surroundings, like what I grew up around. Yeah, so I feel that's why a lot of UK music is like fused.
So, but I've heard you say before that fusion is a rubbish word.
Yeah.
You can't go
you can't really call a genre fusion. Like I don't know.
Afro wave kind of works because before that, all that kind of music had a name. I used to call them wavy rhythms.
So
wavy. We're kind of on the same page.
On the same page.
Now I can't have a conversation with you, bro, because it's the first time we've linked without saying Drogba. Now you aside, because you can. There's a well-known story that DJs can't dance. And I certainly cannot dance.
DJs can't dance?
I can't. I'm talking about myself here. Generally, DJs can't dance. You stand behind the box and you kind of bop around. But Drogba, or Joanna, as a lot of people know it as, is a record that gets me throwing the maddest shapes.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations,
you know what?
bro.
Anyone can do their own thing to that song, man. Like, it's at a point where it's just vibe to it, man. Just have fun, man. Don't think about it too much. Yeah.
Is that a record? I mean, it sounds mad. Is that a record that you are particularly proud of, how it's developed and grown, how it's been hot for a long time, the reach it's had?
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. That's opened doors. Like, not even only for me. I feel like it's opened doors for, like, the whole scene in general for, like, our type of music. So, yeah, I'm very proud of that one. And up to now, it's still growing, man. I've even got one more remix on the way, a Spanish one. I want to tap into the Latin world. But, yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, and you know they do crazy numbers and
bro, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might be there and like not into that kind of style of stuff and go, "There's a name I've never heard of." 58 million streams.
Yeah,
on one tune in a week.
200 million. So yeah,
get in there, man. Yeah. What really strikes me about you, bro, and I've seen it before in your kind of presence online and stuff like this, is your vibe and energy. Now these are words that are often overused, but the right energy, the good vibe, the happiness, you seem like a very content person who's enjoying the journey. Is that true? Is that fair to say?
I'm just happy. I would say I'm optimistic, positive. You know, I'm just happy to be here. Just happy with what's going on, and just down to push everything that I'm pushing, man. Yeah. What
would you say is the best piece of advice you've been given regarding the musical industry?
Usually I'm the one giving advice, you know. But my manager will give me advice a lot. Yeah, just be on point and stay focused.
Is there anything particularly stand out that he said at some time that then in the future you were like, you said that first? or you took us in that good direction, it was worth it? Anything in particular that stands out?
I'd have to think about that. He said a few things, you know. He's definitely said that this year will be a crazy one.
Mm-hmm. That's an understatement, but
yeah, understatement.
There's a lot of gems there. It's difficult to pick one.
Yeah, I would have to. Yeah, it's hard to think, but yeah, just to keep pushing, man. That's the main thing. Just to stay focused and just keep the eye on the prize. Yeah.
And do you have a specific? You mentioned it there. Do you have specific goals or things you want to achieve or obtain?
Yeah, goals just to spread the African culture globally, man. Spread the sounds, just make people feel good, stay positive, stay optimistic, and yeah, just spread it in a positive manner, in a happy manner, rather than just preaching about all the negatives. I feel people will not already know what's going on, like
in a negative sense.
Yeah. It's just like you're just repeating what we know already. Just do it in a happy way and just shine light on the good side. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're definitely doing that, bro. You definitely are. Now, when it comes to social media, I was surprised by your Insta.
Oh,
I had like 45 posts.
Yeah. No, do you know what?
It's real minimal on that.
I archive a lot of them. Like, I just wanted to make it cleaner. But otherwise, it would have been like a good 200 plus. But
I looked at that and I was like, this is mad. I don't know. Are you like, sometimes when people drop an album, like Beyonce or whoever, they just delete Insta. And then it's gone.
No, I'm not on that level yet. Maybe,
we're getting there. Wait for that Beyonce remix.
Yeah. And then boy, you never know.
We got to put it out there, man. Positive vibes, positive attitude. So normally, I like to ask artists kind of what bits and pieces they're working on and what's coming up. But as we're towards the end of the year now, it seems like a good time to ask you to reflect on the last 12 months. You said your manager there said that it was going to be crazy, and it's been that. But are there any particular standouts for you that you have achieved over the last 12 months? Or you've been like, bruv, this is mad, let me take a minute.
Performing at BET Awards in LA. So there was like a red carpet part of the show that I performed at, and just seeing all of like the celebrities from like Rihanna, Cardi B, like all amongst me as well. So I'm not sitting too far from them. So what you
were happy to go over and talk to these people?
No, I didn't approach. I was just observing like everything else. I was just taking it all in and thinking, okay, cool. So like it was just like a reminder that I'm getting close to that level, and like it was just telling me that you're at this level now. Like these are your peers now. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's a big motivational tool.
Yeah. They're not people that you're just gonna watch on YouTube now. They're actually people that you'll encounter with. So yeah, it was just a wake up call that just need to keep working. That you're close.
Well, that certainly is a standout moment, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And listen, thank you for your time today, bro. We'll continue to push AfroWave 3 across the board. And I look forward to our next link up when you're telling me that you've had that dinner with Rihanna and everything else that comes around that. You know, in the first
Rihanna, I'm coming.
She's looking at you going, bruv, your beard. I doubt she'd say bruv, but bruv, your beard. So don't forget beard drip as well.
Big up.